Hello, viewers. We're here today with Dewan Cummings, and we're going to be talking about his up-and-coming documentary on how he became a successful sports analyst. So, Dewan, before starting off your career, did you know what your purpose in life was?
Yes, I knew what my purpose in life was, but I never really put any thought into it until I got to high school and college. My purpose in life was just to fulfill my destiny and achieve all the goals that I had set forth for myself, and also be an inspiration to others and help them fulfill their destiny and some of the goals that they had set for themselves. To me, one thing I took with me a lot is if someone inspired me on the way and they gave me the tools and the keys to be successful, I wouldn't want to hold it back on myself. I would want to keep the movement going and hopefully be an inspiration to a lot more others.
So, inspiration was a very important thing for you.
Yes, ma'am. Inspiration was just the number one key for me throughout this journey of becoming successful.
Okay, that sounds great. Okay, how did your purpose fall in line with certain goals that you had set for yourself?
My purpose fell in line with a lot of goals that I had set forth because if I went by my purpose that I had every day, it just made all my goals seem easier. My certain goals I had was to become a successful sports writer, and some of my goals was to be an inspiration to people. So if I went along with my purpose in life, it would fall in together.
Oh, that sounds great. Okay, during this journey towards your career, and now that you've been able to learn from these different things, what is one of the first things that you've set for yourself?
Some of the first things that I said for myself was just knowing about myself, because in this type of profession you have to know any and everything about yourself, because if you don't know any and everything about yourself, someone else will. In college, when I first started, it was a course that I took as a freshman called Student Learning Services. In this class, we basically just taught you everything about your career, and we had to take a lot of self-assessments. And the self-assessment that I took, it just helped me know everything about myself. And one thing my professor always said, these assessments is going to help you throughout your career. So as me just sitting there during my career, I'm like, wow, I really didn't know these things about myself. And by me knowing these things about myself throughout my career, I sat down and was like, wow, these are the things that's going to allow me to be successful later on in life.
Well, at least you have, it sounds like the successful part in your purpose is something that you know about yourself, and you've been able to learn from that while you were in school, that allowed you to come on to where you are now as being a successful sports analyst.
I definitely think just knowing anything about yourself, because how are you going to know something about somebody else if you don't know anything about yourself?
Okay, well, that sounds great. And one more thing. How did your purpose in life help you choose your career?
My purpose in life helped me choose my career because I wanted to find something challenging. If I found something challenging, it would give me enough of what I needed to be able to set out forth in my goals. And once I set forth my goals, the career that I'm in now it's allowing me to be successful and also be an inspiration along the way.
So inspiring others has also helped you become the successful sports writer that you become, being an inspiration, knowing what your purpose in life is. So all those things have helped you become who you are today.
Yes, all these certain things, I know it kind of seems like a lot at first, but all these things tie into what I am today, and just being successful is just the main thing that I have.
Well, today we've been talking with Dewan Cummings on his up-and-coming documentary on how he's become a successful sports analyst. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
So we're here today with Dewan Cummings on the second portion of his interview on how he became a successful sports writer. So Dewan, tell me, what kind of degree did you have to obtain in order to become a successful sports writer?
Well, there's a couple of degrees that you have to obtain to become a successful sports writer and analyst. I started off at Valencia College in the fall of 2016, and I obtained my AA degree from there. And I had the choice of transferring to USF or UCF, who both have great journalism programs, but UCF journalism programs seem to outweigh USF program just by a little bit. And so from there, I went into UCF journalism program, and I got my degree in bachelor's in communication. Go Knights.
Okay. Tell me, how does your degree relate to your purpose in life today?
Well, my degree relates to my purpose in life. Like I said earlier, I have a purpose in life, which is to fulfill my destiny and some of the goals that I had set. And one of my big goals that I had set in life was definitely to graduate from college. I felt as if you graduated from college, the road to success would be a lot easier than starting from the ground up.
Okay. Tell me, how much did it cost for you to obtain your degree, and how did you pay for it?
Well, my degree costed about $25,000 to $26,000, and from there, I used scholarships, financial aid, and also school loans. And if there's anybody who I could give advice to on getting your education, I would say definitely use those things. And one thing my mom, I was scared to use loans at first. One thing my mom told me was if you're able to do the loans, the career that you have, you'll be able to pay off those loans in soon enough time.
Okay. Tell me, when you first started at Valencia, what were some of the resources that you used in order to obtain your degree?
Well, Valencia College is a very resourceful school. If I could once again recommend anybody who doesn't want to start at a big university, I would definitely start with Valencia. They have resources such as the Career Center, such as the Writing Lab, such as library, and they have little workshops during out the semester that can put you in the right path to your career. So I would definitely recommend Valencia to a lot of people.
Okay. Tell me, what was your career path that you took during school?
Well, the career path that I took during school was just to always stay focused, and I used a lot of I did a lot of internships as well. Back the SLS class that I told you about, we had to do a career interview, and one of the head leads there that I did for my career interview, he let me come on and talk about sports. It wasn't a career, it wasn't an internship on paper, but it was. And then from there, once I started at UCF, I went to WDBO, which was an internship there, and just piggybacking off of them every single day, it got me enough practice what I was going to be, so I can be able to become a successful sports writer and sports analyst.
Okay. And tell me, on a day like this, what does it consist to being the boss?
On a day like this, I come in every day, I read my emails, or I catch up on games from earlier, and then I just sit back and see how my day is gonna go. I ask my assistants what do we have planned, or what's the biggest gains, because being a successful sports writer and sports analyst, you can't just sit back and watch highlights and stuff. You have to be there in the game so you can give you a more in-depth look on what you're going to write in your paper, or how am I going to broadcast this to keep all my fans entertained.
Okay. Well, DeJuan, it's been very informative on how you became a successful sports writer. Much continued success in the future.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you guys for having me.